Hello, we will begin the second lecture on Greek. First, let's review the alphabet, which we learned in our last lecture. Please read along. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Beta, beta, beta. Gamma, gamma, gamma. Delta, delta, delta. Epsilon, epsilon, epsilon. Zeta, zeta, zeta. Eta, eta, eta. Theta, theta, theta. Iota, iota, iota. Kappa, kappa, kappa. Lambda, lambda, lambda. Me, me, me. Knee, knee, knee. Xi, xi, xi. Omicron, omicron, omicron. P, p, p. Rho, rho, rho. Sigma, sigma, sigma. Toph, toph, toph. Epsilon, epsilon, epsilon. Phi, phi, phi. He, he, he. Psi, psi, psi. Omega, omega, omega. Let's read it one more time. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, me, ni, xi, omicron, p, rho, sigma, toph, epsilon, phi, phi. He, psi, psi, omega. Let's go over some things we will be careful of. A commonly known consonant is sigma. The letter sigma has two variants. The commonly known variant is sigma, which we learned up until now. When sigma is at the very end of a word, it is changed to sigma, which looks like the letter S of the English alphabet. Let's look at an example. Please read along. Soma, soma, soma. The word soma means body. It means body. When sigma is at the very beginning of a word, it remains sigma. Now let's look at logos. Logos. Logos means word. The word logos ends with sigma which is why the word ends with the shape of the letter S. Sigma and sigma are both sigmas in Greek. Today we will be studying the present active indicative verb. We will study the active and indicative expressions next time, and at this time we will study the present verb. First, a verb is a word used to describe an action or state of humans or animals. Eat, sleep, learn, teach, exist. All these expressions are verbs. The present verb is used to describe the current action or state of humans or animals, or in other words, it describes what humans or animals are doing in the present. Let's look at an example. Please read along. Leo, Leo, Leo. This verb means loose. Please read along one more time. Leo, Leo, Leo. In Greek, however, the state of a verb changes according to the person and number. Let's first study the persons. There are 3 persons. The first person, the second person, and the third person. The first person is the person speaking, I. The second person is the person being spoken to, you. The third person is the specific person being spoken about, which does not include I and you. The third person is he, she, or they. There are not only singular forms of the 3 persons, but plural forms as well. The plural form of the first person is we, which includes I. The plural form of the second person is you, which includes the singular you. The plural form of the third person is they or them, which do not include us and you. Hence, there are 6 forms of verbs in Greek. The first person singular can be interpreted to be I do this and that. The verb in the second person singular will be you do this and that. The third person singular will be he or she does this and that. The first person plural can be interpreted to be we do this and that. The second person plural can be interpreted to be you do this and that. The third person plural is they do this and that. There are these 6 forms of verbs whenever there are present forms of verbs. Let's apply the verb Leo to this change. The S indicates the singular and the PL indicates the plural. First, let's look at the first person singular form. Leo, Leo. I loose. Lues, you singular, loose. Lue, he looses, she looses. Liumen, liumen, we loose. Luet, you plural, loose. Liusi, liusi, they loose. Let's review this. Leo, 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 Lues, 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 Lue, 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 Lumen, 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 Luet, 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 Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. In this way, the verb exists in 6 different forms. Let's analyze the following. First, in the first person singular, lu, the stem, and o, the personal ending, are put together to form luo. When interpreted, it means I loose. Next, the second person singular form. When lu, the stem, and ace, the personal ending, are put together, it becomes lues, lues, lues. You singular, loose. Next, the third person singular form. First, lu, the stem, and a, the personal ending, are put together to form lue, lue, lue. He looses, she looses. Now let's look at the first person plural form. First, lu, the stem, and omen, the personal ending, are put together. It then forms the word liu men, liu men, liu men. We lose. Next, the second person plural form. Lu, the stem, and et, the personal ending, are put together. It then forms the word luet, luet, luet. You, plural, loose. Lastly, the third person plural form. Lu, the stem, and usi, the personal ending, are put together to form lucy, lucy, lucy. They loose. These are the 6 forms of the 3 persons. Read and repeat them. Leo, Leo, Leo. Lues, lues, lues. Lue, lue, lue. Leomen, leomen, leomen. Luet, luet. Lucy. Then let's look at another verb as an example. We will look at the verb blepo. The verb blepo means see. Blepo, blepo, blepo. We will classify these into 6 different forms. First, the first person singular form. Blepo, blepo, blepo. Next, the second person singular form. Blepes, blepes, blepes. Blepe, blepe, blepe. Blepomen, blepomen, blepomen. Blepete, blepete, blepete. Blepussy, blepussy, blepussy. These are the 6 forms of the verb blepo. Let's interpret these by analyzing them. First, the first person singular form. Blep, the stem, and o, the personal ending, are put together. The two are put together to form blepo. This means I see. The second person singular form. Blep, the stem, and es, the personal ending, are put together. It then becomes blepes, 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 blepes. This means you singular see. The third person singular form. Blep, the stem, and a, the personal ending, are put together. Blepe, blepe. He sees, she sees. The first person plural form. Blep, the stem, and omen, the personal ending, are put together. Blepomen, blepomen. We see. The second person plural form. Blep, the stem, and et, the personal ending, are put together. Blepet, blepet, blepet. You plural see. Sixth, the third person plural form. Blep, the stem, and usi, the personal ending, are put together. Blepussy, blepussy, blepussy. They see, they see. These are the 6 forms. Let's read them one more time. Blepo, blepo, blepo. Blepes, blepes, blepes. Blepe, blepe, blepe. Blepomen, blepomen. Blepet, blepet. Blepussy, blepussy. Let's look at another verb as an example. The verb lego, lego, lego. I say. We will classify this into 6 different forms. Please read along. Lego, Lego, Lego. Leges, Leges, Leges. Lege, Lege, Lege. Legomen, Legomen, Legomen. Leggett, Leggett, Leggett. Legusi, Legusi, Legusi. These are the 6 different forms. Let's analyze them. The first person singular form. Leg, the stem, and o, the personal ending, are put together. Lego, Lego. I say. The second person singular form. Leg, the stem, and ace, the personal ending, are put together. Leges, Leges, Leges. You singular say. The third person singular form. Leg, the stem, and a, the personal ending, are put together. Lege, Lege, Lege. He says, she says. Next, let's look at the plural forms. The first person plural form. Leg, the stem, and almond, the personal ending, are put together. We say. The second person plural form. Leg, the stem, and et, the personal ending, are put together. Leget, Leget, Leget. You, plural, say. Sixth, the third person plural form. Leg, the stem, and usi, the personal ending, are put together. Legusi, Legusi, Legusi. They say, they say. These are the 6 forms. Let's read them through. Lego, Lego, Lego. Leges, Leges, Leges. Lege, Lege, Lege. Legomen, Legomen. Leget, Leget, Leget. Legusi, Legusi. These are the 6 forms. Let's solve a few problems. Please read along. Ginoske, Ginoske, Ginoske. When we analyze this, ginosk, the stem, and a, the personal ending, have been put together. We must first know the meaning of ginosk. The verb ginosk means know. What does the personal ending a mean? A is a third person singular form which indicates he or she. If we analyze this, it means he knows, she knows. We can continue to interpret verbs in this way. Let's look at the second problem. Please read along. Legusi, legusi, legusi. Leg, the stem, and usi, the personal ending, have been put together. Leg is the verb we just learned, and it means say. What form is usi in? Usi is the third person plural form. Hence, this is interpreted to be he says, she says. Let's look at a third example. Please read along. Eket, eket, eket. When we analyze this, we know that et is the personal ending. The verb with ek, the stem, means have or hold. How can we interpret this? You, plural, have. You have. It can be interpreted in this way. Let's look at the fourth example. This is a verb we just learned. What is the stem? Blep is the stem. Blep, the stem, and o, the personal ending, have been put together. How is the personal ending o interpreted? The personal ending o is interpreted as I see. Next, the fifth example. This is also a verb we previously learned. When analyzed, there is the stem lu. It has been put together with the personal ending omen. What does lu mean? Lu is luo, which is the verb loose. Omen is the first person plural form. Hence, it means we loose. We have just reviewed what we learned today by solving several problems. Memorizing personal endings is helpful to our studies of the Greek language. Let's review the different personal endings. O, O, O. I. Ace, ace, ace. You, singular. A, a, a. He or she. Omen, omen, omen. We. Et, et, et. You, plural. Usi, usi. They. Please read along. O, es, a. Omen, et, usi. O, es, a. Omen, et, usi. O, es, a. Omen, et, usi. If you memorize and remember these personal endings and add them to stems, you can then easily interpret the meaning of words. Be sure to memorize them. Next, we will study a few grammar rules. We will use alpha as an example. There are 3 accents in Greek. Let's look at the names of the accents. Acute, acute. Grave, grave. Circumflex, circumflex. These accents indicate high and low pitches similar to those used in the Chinese language. However, we do not learn Greek to read or converse with others, but learn Greek to study the Bible. And so it is all right to simply know that such accents exist. Next, we will study the iota subscript. The iota subscript is a small Greek iota written under vowels. There are only 3 forms of this: alpha, eta, and omega. The iota subscript can be written under these 3 vowels: alpha, eta, omega. They are written in these ways. You can see the small iota written under these vowels. Normally, words should end with iota, but when it comes at the end, it becomes an iota subscript. The same goes for a and oi. Hence, iota is not placed at the end of the word, but becomes an iota subscript as was explained. Lastly, we will study breathing. Breathing marks are put over vowels such as alpha and omega. It is also placed over one consonant, rho. There are 2 forms of breathing, and they look like single opening and closing question marks. We do not need to focus on the one that looks like a single opening quotation. We must, however, pay attention to the one that looks like a single closing quotation mark. Let's look at an example. There is a breathing mark over the vowel alpha. When there is a breathing mark over alpha, it is then pronounced like the letter A of the English alphabet. When a breathing mark is placed over alpha, an H sound is added before the A sound. Ha. When the H sound is added, it would then make a ha sound. Let's use epsilon as an example. Epsilon makes the E sound of the English alphabet. The breathing mark that looks like a single opening quotation mark is placed over the letter 해. Then the H sound would be added, thus making the 해 sound. Breathing marks are placed only over vowels. Today we studied verbs. Please take the time to organize and memorize the personal endings of verbs that we learned today. It will be a great help to your studies of the Greek language. Here we will conclude the second lecture on Greek. Thank you.